Okay, this is the 100-120 requirements class, and we're doing two voice today. We have, this is an actual transcript from a homicide, and it's uncounted, and we're going to estimate about 100 words per minute. Beginning with a question for the record. And then number 60 is right in front. Okay, and then number 60, this show the same stairs and surrounding areas?
Yes, it does.
Showing you 61. Recognize what is shown in 61.
Slightly different angle of the same area, showing south, going south.
That bicycle was also in People's 57, wasn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, People's 62.
That's
Same stairs?
correct.
Okay, People's 63, slightly different angle, same area.
Yes, it is.
Now, what is shown in People's 64?
It's a close-up of a casing, of an expended casing.
What is this piece of pink or red paper we see in the photograph?
That is normally what is used to mark items prior to my arrival.
Oh, I see. So when you said the detectives or others will mark things first, is this what you mean?
Correct.
Then you go and put this placard down.
Yes.
And what is this behind the placard? Like a ruler or something?
Actually, it's just part of the placard. Some of them have rulers, some of them don't.
Okay. So if we wanted to find out where number 2 was, we would go on the sketch Chapman did, look at number 2 and where it goes, and be able to see exactly where number 2 was.
Correct.
Okay. By the way, were there other sketches? Did you get a chance to look at any other sketches that Chapman drew, such as number 15, that he briefly alluded to when he was on the stand?
Yes, I did. I looked at his sketches.
This one has the placards, but without the lines and arrows that People's 13 has. Is that correct?
Yes.
Does 15 also appear to accurately show where the various placards were located?
Yes, it does.
And this last diagram that Chapman mentioned, People's 14, this one didn't have any placards in it, did it?
No, it did not.
Okay, so that's number 2. Showing you People's 65. Tell us what this is.
That would be item number 3.
Close-up of number 3.
Uh-huh.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Can you tell us what this photograph, People's 66, shows?
Close-up of item number 4, expended shell casing.
Showing you photograph 67. Can you tell us what this shows?
A close-up of item number 5, which is also expended shell casing.
Showing you photograph 68. Tell us what this shows.
A close-up of number 6, expended shell casing.
Showing you People's 69. Tell us what this shows.
Also a close-up of number 7, an expended shell casing.
When you say close-up, this is in place before you touch them or move them?
Correct.
So we can see in the photograph how it landed, what position it was in.
Correct.
Showing you people's 70, what does that show?
That's a close-up of item number 8, an expended shell casing.
Okay, showing you people's 71. Tell us what this shows.
Close-ups of items number 9 and number 10, also casings.
Showing you people's 72.
Item number 11, close-up of an expended shell casing.
People's 73. Tell us what that is.
That's item number 12, close-up of an expended shell casing.
If we want to figure out just where that was found, looks like there's a fence next to it.
Yes.
So if we go, for example, to the previous photograph you mentioned, 57, which has a fence.
Correct.
While it may not show on the screen, one could see number 12 and then thereby determine precisely where you saw number 12. Is that how it works?
Correct.
By putting the photograph, maybe the close-ups with some of more general photographs, and then with the sketch, number 13, one can figure out just where the items were?
Yes.
Okay. People's 74.
Close-up of 13, expended shell casing.
People's 75.
Close-up of items number 14, also an expended shell casing.
People's 76.
That's a more of a distance shot of item number 14 and its location.
I did not see a close-up of 15, but let me show you this one, people's 77.
That's a distance shot of items 14, 15, and I can't see the other.
Probably can't make out from where you are, number 17, and okay, people's 78.
That's also a mid-distance shot of the stair area located on Sierra Nevada.
And number 16.
Yes, number 16.
People's 79.
Close-up of item number 17, an expended shell casing.
People's 80.
It's a mid-distance shot of items number 20, 18, and 19.
To figure out just where that tree is, can one look at 77?
Yes.
Put together 77 with 80. Okay, I'm sorry. Did you say 18, 19, and 20?
Yes.
What about people's 81?
It's a close-up photograph of item number 21, a pair of glasses.
Okay, people's 82.
Close-up of a hairbrush, item number 22.
People's 83.
Close-up of item number 23. It was a plastic lemon container, lemon juice.
Okay, I'm almost done here. People's 84.
That's a close-up of item 24, a broken, I believe it's a Heineken bottle.
Okay, what color is that Heineken bottle, by the way?
Green.
People's 85.
Close-up of item number 25. It's a Heineken bottle.
Okay, let's see. There were 29 items, and this one is 25. So bear with me. People's 86.
That's a mid-distance shot of, I believe it's 26 and 27. I'm not sure. I can't read that really from here.
Okay, well, let me show you people's 87. What is 87?
Close-up shot of item number 26, and that's a broken part of a Heineken bottle with the label attached.
People's 88.
Item number 27, broken portion of Heineken bottle, also with a label, looks like.
So 26 and 27 is 2 Heineken. They're out there near 26 North Sierra Nevada, are they not?
Correct.
And I don't know if you can see it from there. Okay, did you ever go into that house and see, did you ever in the course of your investigation go into the house that is shown in People's 17 in the back there, see if there were Heineken bottles?
I did not go into that house.
You were not involved. I'm sorry. Cut you off. Did you say you did or you did not?
I did not.
Okay, that's 27. Showing you, excuse me, may I have 1 second? Item 27, that was People's 88. Now going to People's 89, can you tell us what this is?
That's item number 28, a close-up.
What is that?
I believe that's a metal fragment. I would have to look at a clear photo, my photograph.
Do you have a copy of the diagram?
I do. Can I refer to it?
Yes, please, if that would refresh your memory as to what number 28 is. It says shell fragment here.
It's a metal fragment, correct.
Okay, so the last item would be item 29. Well, as to the shell fragment, let me ask you about People's 90. Can you make out what this one is?
That would be a mid-distance shot of the same item and its location.
Exhibit 91.
A distance shot of,
Okay, let me move on from 91. People's 92.
it's a close-up of item number 29, which would be the blue hat.
So that's right near the paved lot.
Correct. Be the east side of the street.
Showing you People's 8. See that hat in People's 8?
Yes.
Does that correspond with where you saw it?
Yes, it does.
But when you were there, if I'm following you correctly, was the body of Mr. Dudier present, or had he been removed by then when you were there? The gentleman that is shown here in this photograph. Let me ask it this way. People's 8A. Did you see this person there at the scene?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did you see him removed from the scene at some point?
I can't recall.
Okay. So all the photographs I have just shown you, you took them all?
Yes, I did.
I mean the ones there at nighttime of the scene and all these different items.
The nighttime photographs, yes.
You put the placards next to them and they correspond to the sketch.
Correct.
Pause here. Okay, we're back on the record. Question for the record. I asked about all 29 items on the legend on People's 13, and you showed us each one.
Correct.
I don't believe I got to ask you about these 3 items here that are also on the legend A, B, and C. So let me just quickly ask you about those now, okay? Showing you People's 93. You recognize this exhibit. Did you take this photograph?
Yes, I did.
Is that red mark in the center, is that just?
It's a photograph of possible blood stain. That's where I took a sample from. Item number A.
With the laser pointer, could you show us where the possible blood stain was, please?
Yes.
You're pointing to just to the right next to the A.
Yes.
What about a little further from the A, this area here? Is that anything that caught your attention?
You know, I would have to look at my photograph to.
Could you?
That is possibly blood also. But where I took my specimen from was the close one next to the.
Can you show us with the laser?
Yes. It would be right in that area.
Right immediately next to the A.
Correct.
And just on the diagram, can you show us with the laser where the A is?
Yes.
And the B, while it's up here?
Yes.
And the C?
Yes.
So you took blood samples from those 3 locations?
Yes, I did.
Does People's 94 show the B close up?
Yes, it does.
And does People's 95 show? What is shown in People's 95?
That would be a close-up of number C, which is also a blood sample.
All right. So we've gone over everything on the sketch. Now we've heard about what was found in Demetrius Silman's pocket. Did you happen to look in the pockets of James Dudier, the person shown in People's 8?
Yes, I did.
At what stage in the sequence of events did you do that? That night?
Yes.
Where was he when you did that?
I believe we went through them at the scene.
So was he still on the ground where he's shown in the photograph?
Correct.
And what was your purpose in going through what was on him?
It's just part of our procedure, what we do, looking for identification or personal items to book.
Okay. And the items that you found on him, did you book those?
Yes, I did.
What was the booking number of the items that you found on him?
The booking number? I have to refer to my report.
Could you please? Do you know what I mean by booking number, the tag number, the one that begins in B as in boy?
I'm looking here.
Was it 10665?
Pardon me? I'm sorry.
Is it 10665?
Yes, it was.
Okay, page 2 or page 1? Do you have the actual booking number?
I do.
Okay.
It's.
You completed this, right?
Yes, I did.
You did this. So is 10665 2 pages?
It is.
So the items you found on James Dudier, you booked in evidence. Is that correct?
Yes, I did.
Tell us what you found and where you found it, one by one.
I found a dice from his pants pocket, front pant pocket.
Front pants pocket,
Correct.
right or left?
Right pocket.
And did you book that?
I did, as item number 12.
Hold on. Showing you People's 96. Do you recognize this item?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And what is it?
It's the dice from his right front pants pocket,
Okay.
labeled as number 12.
And what's the next item that you found?
It would be a pair of glasses, also from the right front pants pocket, number 13.
Marking as People's 97. Do you recognize this item?
Yes, I do.
And what is it?
Pair of glasses, broken eye or earpiece.
Prescription?
I don't recall if I put that down or not.
That's in his right front pocket.
Correct.
Next item.
Number 14 would have been a book of matches, also from the right front pants pocket.
People's 98. Do you recognize?
Yes, I do. Yes, Camel.
Are those the matches?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Any other items found on the person of Mr. Dudier there at the scene?
There was a cigarette lighter from the right front pants pocket, item number 15.
Showing you People's 99, which I just marked. This envelope. Recognize this item?
Yes, I do.
Is that the lighter you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. So the pair of dice or die, one die, pair of glasses with the earpiece missing, matchbook and cigarette lighter. Any money?
I don't think so.
Do you have your report, supplement 12?
I'm sorry?
Did you make a report of what you did in this case?
Yes, I did.
And do you have your report with you?
Ah, I do.
Look at supplement 12. Is that one you wrote? Did you write supplement 12?
I don't have the supplements numbered, sorry. But my report does say there was $5 also removed from his right front pants pocket.
Did you prepare that report?
I did.
Does that refresh your memory?
Yes. It was on property tag 10663.
Where was the $5?
Right front pants pocket.
Okay. Was there anything found under the body? Did you find anything under the body?
There was a small white baggie, but I believe that wasn't necessarily right under the body.
Did you write a report about this? Can I invite you to look at page 2 of your report, the very top paragraph?
I believe it was to his left side.
Just read it to yourself and see if it helps your memory. You handle a lot of different cases, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Have you had cases since this one back in April 2 of 2004?
Yes.
Dozens?
Dozens.
I realize you can't memorize everything.
Right.
So bear with us.
No problem.
Read it to yourself, not out loud. See if it helps you. And look up when you're done.
Yes.
Does that help you remember? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now you've refreshed your memory. What, if anything else, did you see near or under the body?
A small baggie containing a white substance underneath the left side of his body.
Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And what was done with that item?
That was turned over to Detective Capps at the scene.
Okay. So other than these items that you've described, some that we showed in court and that you've talked about, anything else found on Mr. Dudier's body, in his pockets, under his body, anywhere connected to his body, or is that it?
That would be it.
Okay, all right. Let me look at my notes here. Now, as far as these various shell casings that you have photographed, put placards next to, what after you photographed those casings and the other items for that matter there at the scene, what did you do with these items?
They were transported back to the photo lab, and some of the items were processed for possible fingerprints.
And what did you end up doing with these items after taking them back? Did you book them in evidence?
They're booked into evidence after they're processed, yes.
Did you book some of these items into evidence?
Yes, I did.
And when you booked them in evidence, did you give them an item number? Do you give them any type of number when you book them?
When you book them into evidence, it's automated and it prints out a barcode with a number that is assigned through the property system.
So if you booked an item, say item number 1, is that going to correspond to the one in the photograph, the placard one, or the one and the one on the chart that we've been using, Peoples 13? Or is that a different numbering system?
It's usually a different numbering system.
Okay, just to make that clear.
Yes.
Okay, so let me just go through not every single thing that you photographed, but just the ballistics evidence I would like to ask you about. Did you book in the ballistic evidence that is found at the scene?
Yes, I did.
The various casings and so forth?
Yes.
Okay, may I have item number 1, please? Was CAPS working with you during this?
I'm sorry?
Were you working alone?
No.
Whom were you working with?
Detective Capps was directing the scene.
He's an actual peace officer or detective?
Correct.
Kind of directing the scene?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recognize what I've now marked as People's Exhibit number 100?
Yes, I do.
What is People's 100?
It's item number 1.
Well, it's an envelope, first of all, right?
Yes.
Inside the envelope are what?
5 small envelopes containing shell casings.
And did you number these envelopes in any way?
Yes, I did. They are numbered as 1 through 5. I'm sorry. Actually, I don't think the little envelopes are numbered.
Let me ask you this. Let me show them to you and ask you if you put this writing on them.
They're probably numbered corresponding to their photo number at the scene.
Well, let me ask you, hold on. Of these items I've taken out of People's 100, these 5 envelopes, my question is, did you write number 1 shell casing, number 2 shell casing, 3, 4, and 5 on these?
May I look at one of those envelopes close, please?
Sure.
I wrote what they were, the WCC 03, and EIT Taylor was assisting when we were picking up some of the items. The actual number 1, number 2, number 3 is written by her.
And number 4 and number 5?
Correct.
Did you see her do that?
Yes, we picked them up together.
Okay, so I guess this is taking number 1 as an example. Tell us what information we can see from looking at this. Of these 5 envelopes from People's 100 with the laser, Could you walk us through and tell us what is on this?
WCC 03 is what is on the head stamp of the casing.
Look at the casing, see the letters, and write it on the envelope?
Correct.
Okay.
Number 1 is item it was photographed as.
And that will correspond to the placard and People's 13 sketch?
Correct. And the other writing, I believe, that's from the IBIS personnel after they do their testing. That's not mine.
Okay, and just, can you tell us what IBIS is for people who don't know?
It's Integrated Ballistics Identification System. It's where they put the bullet information into the mainframe and it matches if there's anything. It's kind of like a fingerprint ID system, but it's for bullets.
Okay, so as to these that say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on them.
Oh, yes.
Well, I won't ask you to do it now. Someone could look at those and find out what the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and see the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Correct.
That were there in the front of Weber Market, that we see the photograph and we see on the sketch.
Correct.
This will be some timed warm up, and this will be at 120 words per minute. Begins with a question for the record. Now, at that point, when you arrived, was Mr. Burbank still in the yard?
No.
And about how long did you remain in that area prior to going somewhere else?
A few minutes.
During that time that you were there, Warden Kellen, do you recall anything in particular occurring with reference to the inmates? Do you have a recollection of the inmates being lined up?
No.
Do you have any recollection of them being removed from the yard?
Yes.
Do you recall Cale Parker being removed from the yard?
Yes, I do.
At whose order was he removed?
He was sent to the hospital.
Did you order that?
No.
Okay. Cale Parker was sent to the hospital, and your recollection is that he went directly to the hospital. Is that right?
My best remembrance is that he was on the yard stumbling around, suffering from the effects of the stun gun. We sent him to the hospital for treatment.
Why was he stumbling around?
From the effects of the stun gun. He had also been clubbed twice by one of the guards with a rubber baton.
About how long after your arrival was Mr. Parker removed from the yard? Do you recall?
I would say immediately.
Are you saying that immediately upon your arrival, he was taken from the yard? Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
He was taken to the hospital, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Did you issue a written order to someone to do that?
Yes.
Who was to do that?
I assumed it would be assigned to a guard.
Do you recall Lieutenant Farber as being the person in charge of the guards, the uniformed guards?
Yes, he was in charge of the security guards. We had another highly trained team, like a SWAT team, that had the ultimate responsibility in the prison.
Do you recall Sergeant Cooley being there?
No.
Now, besides Parker being removed from the yard, did you observe anybody else being removed from the yard?
I would have to check the records. Offhand, I don't recall.
Okay, where did you go when you left the yard?
I went into the first floor guard's office in Unit 22. I went over to the office and told them that in the future, they had my permission to use more force to subdue unruly prisoners because the tactics we were using were not effective when the prisoners became disruptive. I did not want to have to call the SWAT team for every disturbance when lives were put in danger.
Do you have a book of procedures that you follow if there is a prison uprising?
Yes, we do. But there are so many variables that occur that sometimes protocol has to be broken to protect lives.
When you were finished at the guard's office, where did you go?
I don't remember.
Did you go to the hospital to check on Parker?
No, I don't believe so.
Do you recall going to the hospital at all that day?
I don't recall if I did or not. It is not a customary thing for me to go to the hospital. I usually check the doctors' and nurses' reports on the computer to monitor the activities in the hospital. That is not one of my regular visits on my rounds each day. Dr. James and I usually communicate through email.
What happens if a prisoner needs outside medical attention?
Dr. James requests that, and I usually approve it. I trust his judgment.
Now, did you ever send an order that day saying that my client not be admitted to the hospital?
No,